someone to save. I wanna tell you something new. You drove us both into a wall. I drive away into the night, and I contemplate for a while. I wish you all the best I can, then I stop myself for a while. I'm staying safe, I don't believe the panic's rising up in you. Won't you tell me something new? Don't you think for the people the best we fight back life down the lane sooner than this? Don't you think for the people the best we fight back life down the lane sooner than this? Don't you wish I would have been someone else? I wanna feel your death without making a mess at you. Won't you tell me something new? I wanna tell you something new. You drove us both into a wall. I drive away into the night, and I contemplate for a while. Don't you think for the people the best we fight back life down the lane sooner than this? Don't you think for the people the best we fight back life down the lane sooner than this? Don't you wish I would have been someone else? I wanna feel your death without making a mess at you. Won't you tell me something new? Wish you all the best I can, then I stop myself for a while.
You held your hand in mine all the way. Escape from the joy tonight. It's okay. No, I can't say I don't like it.
Hello, hello, hello. How are you? I hope that everybody is doing quite well. It is, of course, Saturday. It's it was about 2 weeks ago that we saw each other last time, and that means that it's time for a new Tech Condo live. Really appreciate you for taking the time and effort to be here live and direct. I see a lot of people that have joined, so let's talk about that first. I have to actually go one page back, which is really cool. Thank you very much. So the first one, of course, like always, looks awesome, and I think that you mean that the picture looks awesome. The thumbnail looks awesome. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And of course, Niels is also in the house. Welcome, Niels. Appreciate you for taking the time. Like everybody who is here live. I mean, Raoul, of course, is here as well, and Veal is also in. Let me see who's more here. I see Eric, all the way from Rochester, New York. Gerard from Stuttgart, Germany. There you go. Alex is also in the house. Welcome, Alex. I appreciate you for taking the time to be here. Let me see. Hi, Eric. I notice we have a very special community today. Get it around. Absolutely. Come here. Indeed. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Let me see. MT says indeed, and we have fun together as always. Absolutely the best. There you go. What can go wrong? Nothing. All right. Thank you so much for being here. So it took a little bit of time to figure out what to talk a little bit about, and actually I went back in time to say, hey, what did I miss? Did I miss something in the previous Tech Condos? And actually, I did. I actually did miss something. It was really about my microphone system. I know that I talked about the idea of purchasing one, so I did a full episode on that topic, and I actually think that I also at the end said, well, it's probably going to be the Sennheiser EWD series, and well, here it is. So yes, that is definitely what it's all about, and we're gonna show you around a lot today about this EWD. But before I do, I think it's really also still good to take a step back to explain to you why I've chosen the things that I've chosen before I go into a working demo, because I checked it today. It is a working demo. I have to explain to you how things are connected to each other, because it is a bit awkward, but it definitely is something that is actually working. So last year, I think it was about summer. It's really a year ago, I think. I said, hey, I just had a corporate gig, and until very recently, I actually was really thinking about, how can I have microphones for corporate gigs? How can I have microphones for if in case I have to produce a show all by myself? Well, that is something that was really important to me, because previously I actually worked a lot together with local TV stations, and I still do, and I still love working with them. Don't get me wrong, but I do want to occasionally do other things than only TV shows. So I wanted to expand my horizon, so to speak, and that's where this microphone came into play. And at the start, I was actually going into the Shure range of products, the Shure wireless systems. Actually, the GLX D was the first one, and that actually was a application that somebody is calling me all the time. I mean, just 1 second, guys. Hey, Freek, zit midden in Tech Condo. Sorry. Okay, hoi. All right. All right. So I was GLD X. That was the first one that I actually wanted to work on, but that fell off really quickly it was on GSM network. And if you are in a theater or at a venue, then GSM signals and Wi-Fi signals are all over the place. And because of that, you actually are running out of space very, very quickly. Now, because of that, I needed to think about something else. So I actually went for the UTF bandwidth. So that is not GSM, it's not Wi-Fi, it's actually a totally different band, and that actually was a good idea. But now comes the other part is then, hey, I'm still looking into utilizing the Shure system. And that Shure system, actually, I wanted to go with the SLDX. That was my first choice. And I actually ordered 2 of them from the get-go. And it was really, during the COVID era, so hardware was quite difficult to get. But it took very long. After about 7 months, I was calling again to my distributor, and I was asking them, I said, hey, I'm still waiting 7 months ago. When do you think it's there? Well, it can still be up to 3-4 months still. So, well, that's about a year then. I don't really want to wait that long. I actually have something coming up in 3 months from now. I really want to have something. Yeah, we cannot really, give any good ideas about it. We don't know. So even though the SLX was the first version that I really wanted to have, and why? Because of course I was Shure. I had already a lot of things from Shure, so I know it was good stuff. But then I came across somebody who actually uses Sennheiser products, and more precisely the EWD products. And EWD are actually really simplified systems, really oriented towards, let's say business, but also live streaming. And the really cool part of this EWD was that it actually, unlike with the Shure, it actually performed auto gain by itself. It actually changes the let's say the gain depending on how much background noise is there. So it actually, well, they said, I have not tried it of course, but they actually said that it can actually handle if you are sitting next to a 737 motor, it still can pick up your voice, and of course you can also whisper, so it can do the whole range. And because of that, it actually doesn't, it doesn't misform itself. It is still really good digital situation there. So I actually fell in love a little bit with that EWD system, also from the perspective that I'm typically by myself or with 2, maybe 3 people at the most. Well, with 3 people having a production, you might know that it's not a lot of people. And that means that everything that you can do to automate is really something that's really important. So if this product that you see in front of me can actually do that, can actually be used in a way that I don't have to worry about too much volume, well, that is actually quite an interesting setup for me. Apart from that, and you can see it already in this picture, is that it actually also has the possibility to be connected via your phone. And I'm actually going to use my phone in just a bit to show you how that is connected to the system during our demo. And this is roughly what actually, this is exactly the unit that I have. So I have a receiver, which is the box below. I've got this wireless mic and also a belt pack with a lavalier mic. And it is a OR relationship. So I can, on one receiver, only can I get a signal from either the microphone or the lavalier, not both at the same time. So I have to choose between the two. But it is really versatile because, typically what happens is if I do a show, I have one presenter, maybe a sidekick, and then maybe two guests, or I have a presenter, maybe a second presenter, and then also a microphone that is in the crowd to make sure that if there are questions from the crowd, that they also can be heard. Those are the typical use cases that I have, and this is really a good product. I will continue with just for 1 bit, and then I'll check if you have any questions. So please feel free to ask questions in the meantime. This is the EWD range, as it stated on the manual, and you'll see that it has here 8 different receivers as of this slide here. I actually ended up with 4, where I actually thought that 3 would be enough for 90% of the use cases, and 4 would be 98% of the use cases. So I went with 4, and I have to admit that it actually until now has been 100%. I typically have 3, sometimes 4, so it's also always good to have like a backup plan as well. So that is good in my opinion. And this is really and what I don't have is the box without a display, and that is actually a box that is actually quite important if you have so many, is that every single receiver has dual antennas. So you can imagine in my rack, the rack that I have, let me show you again, the rack that I have right here, I actually have 4 times 2 as in 8 antennas sticking out at the back of the unit. And it's not perfect, I know it is, but for me, for my use cases, it has never failed me. And for that reason, I'm sticking to this, because the box that I just showed you, the one that is below, is an additional $600 or euros that you have to spend, and the added value for me at this particular moment is not that great. So that's the reason why I didn't do it. But yeah. Then, of course, there are a lot of frequencies that you can choose of. I have the S7 to 10 range. That's my range right there. So that you're aware of it. I don't know why I'm saying that, but just to let you know. As you can see, there are multiple ranges, and those ranges are actually quite open here in the Netherlands. So they're not 100% open, but they're quite open, and I never had any issue with that so far. And this is then a close-up of the transmitter, which is really cool. Let me do quick explain this one right here. There's only a mute button right here. That's all there is, and there are 2 buttons on the lower end of the handheld micro transmitter. That's a sync button and an on-off switch. That's it. So there are 3 buttons that you need to be aware of, and as a presenter, you only have to think about the mute button, but that can be overruled. And that is a cool little part, is that I can remotely unmute and mute the microphone regardless of the position of that switch. And the reason why that's so important is that people that do forget to go mute, or are very not sure about themselves and just flip the switch, or are using that as a way to counteract the stress. You just want to get rid of it, so I can lock the whole button and everything is very, very fine. Now let's go ahead just for a few seconds more. This is the transmitter. Also here, no display, very simple, very straightforward, the way that I actually like it, that it is. And there are multiple different ways, but this is the lavalier set. I don't own this one. Let me show you exactly which one I own. So here you have one with a headset, which is quite nice. This is another lavalier set. This is an instrument set. So if you have, for example, a guitar, you can utilize this set. And this is just a bass set without any microphone. And where is the one that I actually have? Right here. That is the one that is mine. So these 4 components are the ones that I actually have in my set. All right. That is a little bit of a backstory to everything related to that. So you now know that the SLX-T still a great one, still a good runner-up. If you are more into Shure, go for it, I would say. But I have to admit that the EWD actually has been very good to me. There is, as you might see on this slide, there's also a DX version. That is a Dante version, so you can also utilize that one for Dante. I've chosen not to do that. I don't have anything with Dante at this particular moment, nor do I think that I'm going to use it in the future, near future that is. So I am very happy with what I have at this particular moment, but I can imagine that some people want to have the Dante version, then go for the DX version that I just showed you. Let me see if there are some comments, and then let's move on from there. Where's my mouse? Oh, here it is. MT says the Sennheiser. Let me quickly. So I now have 3 screens. There you go. The Sennheiser EW system is great. We use them at work too. That's awesome. Yeah, I think that I'm really happy with the quality, with the ease of use, and basically it's really set and forget. This is the same reason that I purchased the CQ range by Allen Heath. Set and forget, really important. Neil says, which system did you use before this, if any? Not really, none actually. So what I did was I actually had wired microphones, and even though it worked, it's not that great. You know, you have to have a very big, fast turnaround, and because of that, it's not really what I would prefer. So yeah. I needed to be to have something else. Eric says Sennheiser digital transmitter and receiver seems so much smaller than the older G3 and G4. Well, yeah, absolutely, and simpler. Believe it or not, it's really simple. And like I said, it has a. I think that what they this is on top of my head. They have like 3 different 3 different amplifiers in the receiver, and based on the loudness of the amplifier, it just changes it. I think, or it's in the transmitter, maybe, I don't know, but they are changing it as they go. MP says, indeed, Eric, we have all over the G3 variant. Usually we got 8 G4s for out of mobile production on top of our 12 G3 studio and 16 G3 and mobiles and audio racks installed in the conference room. Wow, that's impressive. Welcome, Ben. Long time no see. I recently added the ASA attended distribution. Expensive but worth it for the more critical work. That's a good one, Ben. I like I said in my introduction, I'm still on the fence about this. It works as it is for me at the moment, but I know it's there. And once I get into a potential issue, I'll be the first one to purchase one. but for now, there's no reason yet. Yep. Seems that I maybe have misread something. Maybe I should. Should I? That's the question. Should I really do it? Even though I didn't ever run into issues yet. Niels, it's not on screen. Maybe I forgot something. I'm using the AVX, but I haven't stressed them out yet. Nice, very nice. MT says, good point on the mute button, and in addition, the mute button on the belt pack isn't very convenient when the back belt is on the back. of the speakers so are in their pocket. Yeah, I agree. But we can. Everything is remotely fixable. So it's better to have an audio OP to mute that on the speaker themselves. Yes, I agree. Okay, and by the way, welcome DC to this show. Appreciate it. Yeah. So that is a little bit of a round trip. First started with the SLX. Sorry, first started with the GLX was not a good idea. Please, it is also for me to you. Don't use the GSM/Wi-Fi band. Try something else. Really important. Then it was the SLX or the EWD. Yes, there are more expensive variants, but for me, there's no reason to go that extra mile for what I do. So this is a good compromise. I don't even think it's a compromise. I think it's really great. So tell me, let's talk a little bit about the setup here. As you can see right here, I have the setup. I will switch on my phone in just a bit to show you a little bit around. Don't look at the mess because it was not yet 100% cleaned up this morning. But let's see how far we can get with this. So I'll just open up the NDI application here. NDI camera. And I will open up the NDI input on vMix. And select my... I do, of course, need to be in the correct Wi-Fi environment. Let me see if I am. Because I do have multiple Wi-Fi's here. No, I'm not. There you go. I have multiple Wi-Fi signals here in this condo. One is for my, let's say a day-to-day job. And the other, or my private life. And the other one is for Taekwondo. So let's try it again. And there you go. It's right here. And I will add it. And I will make sure to mute myself on this one and go to the screen. So okay, so I think that you can see it. Ooh, Affinity. Ooh. All right. So this is again where I'm looking at for your information. By the way, this is the microphone that I just used just for just a few minutes ago. Or a few seconds ago, I mean. And this is where I have my rack, as you can see. My rack consists of the X32. People that know me know that I have a CQ nowadays. So I am not 100% satisfied with this unit, but I have it, and it actually works quite well. And on top of that, we have 1, 2, 3, 4... of the EWD systems. All systems are the transmitter, which is a handheld mic, or the belt pack, and the unit, as you can see right here. And then on top of that, you see a SDI to audio interface, and on the right hand side, an audio to SDI interface, of course, to connect with my ATEM2ME switcher. So what we'll do now is that we're going to switch it on, power on. And I will switch on this one right here, because I only have one connected at this particular moment. And here you see that it's mic 1, and this is what it looks like from nearby. You have a lot of possibilities here. You can set the gain. You can mute, lock, auto scan channels, etc. So this is all related to the connectivity, etc. You can also press the sync button. That sync button is used for the app, which I cannot show you because I'm using my phone at this particular moment, but I will show you in just a bit. And of course, I have a microphone, and the microphone is right here. And this is what it looks like from nearby. And to be honest, I actually have more than one. So here below you have a bag with all the mics and all the belt packs, and in a different location I have also the lavaliers. So this is the microphone right here, and as you can see there's only one button right here. Let me show. That's the one right here. This is mute and this is unmute, but it doesn't say anything. So see anything at the moment because I need to. I thought okay. Let me just switch it off again for the sake of. So now it's switched off. I left it on. So now you see a red link light right there. If I press and hold this red button right here, it will turn to green and it will flash. So I now know that this one is actually this one, and I can now just hear talk, and I can actually also switch on the volume here a little bit right here. And so now it actually is working, and we can now also test it on the setup. Oh, by the way, what I did, maybe that's good to know, is that it's going in via a XLR cable, obviously, but it goes via a aux output because I only have one cable that has jacks. Is actually the one that I'm using for with my 8M Mini, and it goes from the back of this unit right here all the way to the Go XLR, and I actually created a fader button right there. So let's do that. So I'm gonna put this one down. I'm gonna switch this one on. Of course, but too much to worry about. Okay, sorry for that, guys. But this was the NDI part. So now you see that you're actually going still via this microphone right here. So that is still the case, but I will now monitor myself a little bit because otherwise I run into some issues. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to use this one. It should work. Yes, it works. There you can see it. And if I then move to the other one, you should hear me now via this microphone. And it should sound quite different than the one that you just heard just a few minutes ago, a few seconds ago. I mean, I really think that this is actually better. Honestly, it's way more clear. It has a nice sound to it, and I hope that you agree with that. By the way, I saw people doing this during some conferences, like what I do right now. So if people, and I know that you guys probably know that, but the best is always to do this, and this is a very good way to talk. Personally, I would like to get it a little bit more closer to the mouth, but at least don't do this. This is really bad. Just right over it. That's the best sound that you can get. It needs more gain. I heard too quiet. That's interesting. Okay, I'll increase the audio a little bit. It's almost fully open. A little bit more here. So this should be quite well. So I hope that this is better. At least I see that I'm quite. The amount is quite a lot. So I hope it's good. Let me know. No light indicator for mute status. Let me check. I can actually do that. So I'll just put it on mute. it just went orange. So yes, it has a mute button on the unit itself. And of course, I did not lock it, so I could actually use the mute button on the system itself. 2 or 3 clicks more power. Now it's okay. So so it's in between, I believe. I think that we're very close to perfection. I'll just leave it as this at the moment. I think it's quite well, but I want to try something else. So I just said to you, it can handle quite a lot. So why not give it to do quite a lot? So I will be a little bit more silent and just whisper a little bit. Hey, can you hear me? I think it's quite well. I think that you can actually hear me quite well. Yes, you need to very closely hear, but it's possible. And I can also speak very loud. It will take a little bit time to go down, but it will go down eventually in just a few seconds. And now it should be quite well again. So that's the way that it can hear. Yeah, I can hear you whispering. Yes, that's perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. And ASMR stream. I hope not. God, no. Not my. Actually, about ASMR streams, I actually watch ASMR streams. There's this guy from, I believe, Turkey that washes the hair and then does all kinds of things with your head. And I actually watch that because I really want to go to sleep after that. So that's really good stuff for me. So yes, it works. Now that we have one switched on, we can actually now look into the device. So now I need to go to a different application to be able to do that. That is NDI HX Capture, and click here to begin start broadcasting, and then I need to verify if I can see myself. If I can see myself, I can then show it to you in the screen. Where is my mouse again? Oh, there it is. Add inputs, go to the NDI. Yep. Okay, there you go. Now this by itself is quite irritating. So that's not nice, but let's see if we can pan it to a certain location, maybe to the left. All right. And then we can open up the, well, I can actually already show it to you right now. There you go. Okay, so this is my iPhone right here. There you go. And on the bottom row, you see the EWD Smart Assistant. If I open that up, you see microphone 2, 3, 4, and 1 all the way down, which is quite awkward that it's out of range. That should not happen. Why is that? That is awkward. Huh? It worked perfectly this morning. Come on. Like always, it doesn't work because if you show something. But I can I can explain a little bit what you see right here. I think that it has something to do that I just changed the Wi-Fi connectivity. There must be something in that area. I will check that just a bit. I do see some comments that I might want to say to talk about. It is handling the pop effect very well. Well, that depends on how I'm holding it. If I would do it like this, and I will say Petra, Petra, then it would be very clear. But if I say now Petra, it will be great. So it's really your location of your microphone that is doing that. I guess it's a bit shy. I think so too. I'm a little bit. I don't know why it doesn't work because it worked like a charm when I started to work on it this morning. But I'll check that right after this. Let's check if I remove myself from this Wi-Fi if it works then as well, because that would be okay with me as well. So, or maybe I should just open up microphone 2 as well to see if that one is working. So I'm now opening up or switching on all 4 of them, just to see what's happening. Okay, so now I see that something is changing, right? So I see that the microphone 1 is not working for some reason, so I'll redo that step. This morning it did do something awkward, so maybe it just doesn't like me for some reason. Let's see if this is pairing cancelled. Okay. Well, let's fix that together in just a bit. Let's first check the other stuff. So if you look at microphone 1, it says no link. That's because there's no microphone at this moment connected. But if I open this one up, the microphone 2, it actually is connecting, and here you can see the possibilities, the features. So if I look at the audio link controls, I can actually key lock a receiver. So that means that the receiver will not handle any input on the device itself. It will not do anything at that particular time. Mute lock transmitter, if I press this one, so now the mute is locked. So now I am, oh, that's in my microphone too. That doesn't work, of course. And then I see a gain. So here you can see the gain. I can change it however I want. Here, if I would like to, it's actually plus 21 dB. And the AF out is, you can see here as well. The frequency is quite clear here as well. And there's also some advanced settings like the device information. Here you can see that I'm running the firmware 1.7.0 on this device, and actually that works quite well. It does say that sync transmitter is sure only one transmitter is operated at the same time. So I know that all of them need to be updated. So I will be doing that after the fact. But the update is really as simple as just hitting an update button, and it will then go through the whole process. You do need to set the transmitter in sync mode. Actually, the way that actually starts is that first you need to make sure that the transmitter is all the way down. Then you need to push this one in a sync mode. And then after that, you then put this one in sync mode, and then it will work fully. But for some reason, microphone 1 is not doing what it needs to do. So let's try to fix that one. So I am considering to remove this one. So let's see if I can find this one. Can I? Forget device. Mic 1. Yes. So now it's forgotten. And well, yeah. And then I need to add it. And then the 392 is added. And that is the one that is actually on sync mode. So I'm just going to add this one. Already known as the device 392. So one thing that you do need to do is that you need to remove it from the Bluetooth, because it's using Bluetooth technology to get this done. So I'm just going to forget this one, which I don't like that I cannot really see the let's say the ID that I gave it, but I think it is what it is. 392. Add this one. Mic 1. Add this device to my setup. Yeah. Pair request. Yes, pair it. Checking if it's pairing. Next. Turn off all the transmitters to begin with auto scan. Okay. So now I'm going to go to the other one, just because I need to switch off this one. So that is there. If I just switch this one off, like so, then I can hit OK, and it's going to do its best to get everything organized. So I'm hitting scan, I think. Choof. So now it's scanning, updating frequency, and then go to the dashboard. And now there you go. Now we have everything again. So now everything is connected again, which is perfect. So now that should mean that if I switch this one on again, like so, as you can see, it's 77% full still. And I can now go back to this setup right here. And let's see what we have here as well. Let's connect to this one now. Connecting, and I think that I can now show you how that mute lock works. So now the mute is locked, and that should mean that I can now do this. I'm switching it off, switching it on, switching it off, switching it on, and if I switch this off, so then it's gone. Perfect. That's exactly what I would love to see in all of the products. Really simple to use, and it just works. Now, as you can see, there's one that is perfect. That is the micro one. All the other three are not perfect because it actually is saying, and maybe you see that it needs an update again. Just go to, like I do here, go to the microphone setup here, and then you'll see a download button, and that's basically it. That's as easy as it gets. So that is roughly it, I think. If there are any questions, let me know. And I'm gonna go back to this. All right, so it is a very good product, and I really like this. So here you go. Maybe you can see it again. So the red button is actually the on-off button, and press and hold. Is that press and hold? Off. There you go. And the other button is the sync button that you need. Yep. That's it. Let me see if there are any questions or remarks. MT says, indeed, NAB is a very contester era. Great to hear that wasn't an interference. Yep. How much does the setup cost? Yeah, so Raoul, that's a good question. That depends on your location in the world. Think that you need to think about roughly $750 US per unit. So it also took me quite some time to get everything organized. So I started with 2, then 3 months later or something, I actually added an additional one, and 4 months later I think I actually ordered the last one. This one is literally maybe 2 months old or so. 3 months. So yeah, so it is quite expensive, but you get a really cool stuff for next to it. Yep. MT says we use the mute on the mic on the mixer direct instead of the receiver. It's easier for the op as he always is on the slider and the button. Makes a lot of sense, MT. Makes a lot of sense. And if you have enough people, then you can do that, right? So please do that. Ben actually is reacting to somebody. Would you say proximity of transmitter and receiver might have helped? I am guessing they were a couple of meters apart. I used to use 2.4 gigahertz mics, but I can't remember the day it all went wrong. Yeah. So typically, at least for me, I would state that I am never more than 20 meters away of the, or 25 meters away of the topic. So it's really close. So from that perspective, I think that I'm a luck. But I am aware that if it becomes more than that, I have to invest. But until now, not needed. So I'd rather wait a little bit. And my dad is giving me a fantastic reminder. Yeah, there's a Remembrance Day today here in the Netherlands because of the fallen during all wars, not only the Second World War, it's all across it. So that also means that I want to stop in time so that I can actually be part of that. I think it's very important for remembering. So I will stop this show in just a bit. If there are any questions, then let me know. I still will be live for the next 4 or 5 minutes, but after that I need to really drop off. So that for your information. If there's anything else that you want me to talk about for the audio rack or maybe my audio setup, feel free to ask that question in the comments. Because I am thinking about other opportunities here. I always think that this is really great, but maybe I should do some more on audio. And if that is the case, let me know. That would be much appreciated. I will be back in 2 weeks from now. Really looking forward. If there is any questions that you have in the meantime, feel free to connect. And I don't see anything coming in, so I'll just start to wrap up. Like I said, in 2 weeks' time, I'm back, and then I will be able to, we will do something else again. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Bye bye.